ॐ अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। नमो विष्णुपदाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्तां स्वामिनीति नामिनी। नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणी निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पश्यता देशतारिणी। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैता गदाधरा श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंदा। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हे कृष्णा करुणा सिंधु दीनबंधु जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिका कांत राधा कांत नमोस्तुते। नमो ब्राह्मण देवाय गो ब्राह्मण हिताय च जगद्हिताय कृष्णाय गोविंदाय ते नमः। तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। नमो महावदन्याय कृष्ण प्रेम प्रदायते कृष्णाय कृष्ण चैतन्य नाम्ने गौरत्रिषे नमः। वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितनां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। अनंतकोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय। नामाचार्य हरिदास ठाकुर की जय। श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय। हरे कृष्ण।
हरे कृष्ण माता जी।
हरे कृष्ण। हरे कृष्ण चिल्ड्रन।
हरे कृष्ण माता जी।
हरे कृष्ण। हरे कृष्ण हरे कृष्ण।
हरे कृष्ण माता जी।
हरे कृष्ण माता जी। हरे कृष्ण
माता जी। हरे कृष्ण माता जी।
हरे कृष्ण।
दशरा अथवा विजयदशमी।
हरे कृष्ण। Okay. So chapter 6, Dhyana Yoga. So yoga of meditation. So what is yoga? Mahika, what is yoga?
Yoga means meditation. It is
So what is yoga? What is the meaning of yoga? We discussed this.
Yes, it's
What is the goal of yoga?
it's a way in contacting God. Like if we want to contact Krishna or
Yes.
get in touch with him,
So,
then we can do
yeah,
meditation.
connecting to God. Okay, connecting to God through different things, right? Through karma yoga and through like jnana, and this is through dhyana, meditation. Okay, so Krishna will explain in this chapter how to connect to Krishna through dhyana yoga. So welcome to ISKCON Mangaluru Children's Program Day 6 Dhyana Yoga. So what is yoga? Connecting to God. So there are many yogas. So first to chapter 1 to chapter 6 mainly deal with the karma yoga. Okay, and then from chapter 7 till chapter 12 it is about bhakti yoga, and then comes the jnana yoga. So bhakti yoga is in between. So today we are going to see about the ashtanga yoga. Okay, so we'll see what are the yogas. So what is the understanding of you of yoga? We'll see how many different types of yogas are there. Okay. Is this yoga? Have you seen such kind of yoga? Yeah. Is this yoga? Yeah, Lily, is this yoga?
Yes.
Yes. Can you do this?
It is connecting to the underworld.
Yeah, I don't know
think
how is he able to breathe also, right?
I think he just went down like a driller.
And is this yoga? So there are different type, right? So is this yoga? Is this yoga? Have you seen such kind of yogas? See what all yogas people do, right? So yoga. So for physical and mental health, yoga for pregnancy, yoga, chair yoga. I haven't heard about it. Yoga, backache yoga, desktop yoga, office yoga. So you can see how many types of yogas are there. Okay. So which yoga you would like to do? Huh? Which is your favorite? Huh? Midhavi, which one yoga you would prefer out of this?
Mataji, none of them. I would prefer Astanga Yoga.
Ashtanga yoga. Okay, let's see. So I will ask you after explanation. Okay. After you understand Ashtanga, we'll see. Okay. Okay, fine. So what is Ashtanga yoga? So it is called as 8-limbed connection. Okay. There are 8 principles of yoga. So it is like first will be the yamas, then comes niyama, asana, pranayama, pratyahara, dharana, dhyana, and samadhi. So one has to do as per this, like first he has to do yama, and then so 8-limbed connection. So finally it is uniting with the God. So let's see in what is all about. So what is yama, right? So yama is basically a person has to be he has to go to a secluded place, basically in a forest, right? He'll be leaving all his family and everything, and he has to sit alone and concentrating. So he has to first come outside the material world. He has to be in a forest. But in Kali Yuga, we don't have a forest like this, right? So how is it possible for us to go to a forest and meditate? And then this is comes in yama, and then niyama. He has to control his habits of eating, sleeping, everything in minimal, only for the survival. He cannot be sleeping too much or eating too much, everything under control. And then asana. Asana, basically, he has to sit on a deer skin, and then the position also, it should not be too high, too low. There are so many conditions. And then he has to sit, stay straight, keeping his neck erect, head erect, and then he has to breathe. Breathing also he has to control, like Dhruva Maharaj controlled breathing. You know how in a 12 days he used to, like later days, only once in a 12 days he used to take the breathe. So much of less breathing. So they control. So I mean, you have to control on your breathing. And then pranayama. So okay, that is called pranayama. And then comes pratyahara. So cessation of material existence means completely. So there is no connection to the outside world. So he's completely so not connected. No mobile phone, right? Nothing. No connection to the outside world. Complete cessation. And then comes the dharana. So when everything is controlled, his mind, everything is in control, then he don't have, like, he can completely control his senses and mind. That time he is devoid of all desires, so he can attain yoga. So then comes the dhyana, that is meditating. So focusing completely on the super soul who is there in the heart as Paramatma. So it is so after that, then he attains samadhi, so which is called um, the highest. Okay. So who is ready now? Medhavi said she wants to do. No. Medhavi, are you ready for Ashtanga Yoga?
No, Mataji. I think Karma
Anybody
Yoga.
here who is ready can raise your hands. I will see. Oh my God. Mahika is ready. Mahika, you are ready?
Yes.
Yes, you will go to forest, leave everything, and you will you will not eat much. Only to live we have to eat, not like three times a day, 4 times a day. And breathing control. Is it? Do you think it is possible?
Uh, I
First
think
of all, we don't have a forest. And yes, Janita,
No, Mataji, we can't
Jan,
do it.
you want
We
you want to
That's the
try?
easy method. We can only do japa and contact with Krishna. Why you have to do this much trouble in Kali?
Yeah. So what are the okay? What are the sacrifices for different yugas? Yes, Lasya.
Yes,
What is
Mataji.
Satyuga?
Satyuga, it's meditation.
Yeah. Why? Why?
Because at that time people could live 1 lakh years.
Yes.
So meditation they
Was
can do
possible.
60,000 years and all.
Yes.
So that's why.
Yeah. So that was possible. Then comes the Dwapara Yuga, Treta Yuga.
And Treta Yuga, it's fire sacrifice
Hmm.
because at that time kings they were affordable. The ghee, the ahuti we have to give, that was affordable.
And pure Brahmins also. Yeah.
Yeah. And in Dwapara Yuga, it was elaborate temple worship.
So
Because
every year they used to do the worship,
temple
right?
worship, yeah.
Yeah. So that is also not possible. Now no one has time in Kali Yuga. So for
Yeah.
Kali
And
Yuga,
in Kali Yuga, it's chanting the holy name of Krishna.
yeah. Okay. So now let's see what is Arjuna is going to ask. Okay. So Krishna has told now what is Ashtanga Yoga. So anyone here is no one is willing, right? Okay. Now let's understand about little bit Arjuna. Okay. So Arjuna, you all know, like he's a great warrior, but then he also had a great concentration. Anybody knows this pastime? What happened?
Mataji, I know the
You know?
yes,
Yeah.
Mataji.
Yes. Please tell.
Mataji, actually, Arjuna was Nara, Mataji, and Krishna was Narayana in their.
No. This is not that pastime. That is this one here.
Oh,
This is
I
here.
thought, yes, Mataji, that
This
only
is-
I'm telling.
Yeah. This one. You know who is this? Who are these two? Like who is this person and who is this? This is
Dronacharya.
Arjuna.
I think so. That's Dronacharya.
And you know
and
what
that
is the pastime? I mean, you know what was it?
Yes, Mataji, I know.
Yeah.
When the Pandavas and Kauravas came to the Gurukul of Dronacharya, first Dronacharya showed them a tree, and then they asked all that what can you see, and others told different answers, but Arjuna told that I can see only the bird's eye of it.
Yeah.
So at that time, Guru Dronacharya told that. To make the bow hit the bird's eyes, so he did as
Yes.
was
Yeah.
told by his guru.
Yeah. So basically, all military acts, everything for both Kauravas and Pandavas, Dronacharya only taught, right? He was the guru for them. So he once calls everyone, both of them, all the children. So then he asked to aim at the bird's eye. It is not a real bird, okay? It's a plastic or something, okay? Not or wooden bird, something, but not a real bird. So it is on the tree. So he asked, so what can you see? So then in Kauravas, everybody like Duryodhana and all, they see, okay, I can see the mountain, because what can you see means they are able to see everything. So in the mountain, trees and everything. So he asked one by one. Even in Pandavas also, nobody came so near, like they were only going to the trees, branches like that. But then when Arjuna asked, his focus was so much that he could see, he said, I can see only the bird's eyes. Okay. So much was his focus. So that was Arjuna, and then he was able to aim also. And then this one, when was this?
Yes, Mataji.
Wait, somebody else can answer. Yes, Mahika.
Yes. So this time it was the Swayamvar of once King Drupada wanted a daughter to marry someone. So Arjuna came in the form of a sage, and the aim was to hit a fish. To hit a fish,
Was moving.
it was moving.
And he
So
has to see the reflection, right?
yes,
Hmm.
and
The
no
water.
one, yes, and no one was agreeing to that. Many brave kings as well. That time Arjuna said, "I want to go."
Yeah,
He went. He
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 aimed.
completely on the reflection, and he hit the fish successfully.
Yes, thank you. Yes, so that was, yeah, that was Arjuna, right? And then this is Nara and Narayana, because see, Arjuna, whenever there is Krishna, Arjuna was also there. So he's actually eternal associate of Krishna. Okay. So this one is Lord Shiva. From Lord Shiva also, he has got Astra, Pashupati Astra, right? So Lord Shiva was so pleased with Arjuna, and then he gave him the Astra. So he was such a great warrior. So what is Arjuna telling about the yoga of Ashtanga yoga? We'll know. Yes, Lasya, can you read the shloka?
Yes, Mataji. चञ्चलं हि मनः कृष्ण प्रमाति बलवदृढम् तस्याहं निग्रहं मन्ये वायोरीवासु दुष्कृतम्.
Yeah. Samyukta, you can go ahead.
Yes, Mataji. Translation. For the mind is restless, turbulent, obstinate, and very strong, O Krishna, and to subdue it, I think, is more difficult than controlling the wind.
Yeah. So this is the nature of the mind. Everyone's mind is like that, right? So Krishna, so he's honestly agreeing, Arjuna, though he was such a great warrior, but what is he saying? So it is very difficult. It is not possible, Arjuna. At least maybe I can control the wind, but not my mind. So mind is that much restless, right? So Krishna, he is rejecting the Ashtanga Yoga. So that too, you just imagine, this was 5,000 years back. Okay, at least there were some forest or some calmness. So that time it was not possible. Now how is it possible in Kali Yuga, right? To go to forest and do the Ashtanga Yoga. So is your mind a friend or enemy? Yes, Rishish? Or is the mind a friend or an enemy to you? Yes, Daksh want to answer. Yes, Daksh.
Yeah, Mataji, my mind is a friend for me because it helps when I'm in tough and situation to take making decisions such as.
Always a friend? Always? Is it, or is it
Yes.
like one day friend, one day enemy?
No, it's always a friend to me.
Oh, very nice. So then you are like great. Yeah. Yeah. And yes, Lasya.
I think it depends on the situation, Mataji.
Yeah. So sometimes friend and sometimes enemy, right?
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah. And yeah, Dhyanita, mind is a friend or enemy to you?
Um, both, like Lasa said, it depends on situation. Like
Yeah.
in this Krishna consciousness, if we surrender to Krishna, it's like friend to us.
Yeah.
If we
So how do you surrender to Krishna?
Mataji, hearing Bhagavad Gita, or doing devotional service, or
Yeah.
chanting
Yes.
sacred
So the
name of
nature of,
God.
yeah. So the nature of, so
Ji,
mind, yeah. Yes, Rishish.
you unmute me.
Yeah. So I was asking you, is your mind a friend or an enemy to you? Your mind.
Ma'am, to all the two.
Both, na? Both.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Thank you. Okay. So mind is usually flickering, right? It is like very difficult. But then this is, yes, it is possible when we chant Hare Krishna, will be, I mean, very much, I mean, all the unnecessary things disappear. So then it will be very easy to control the mind. And also, when we surrender to Krishna, Krishna is also called as Hrishikesha. Hrishikesha means, yeah, he is the master of all senses and mind. Okay. So when we surrender to Krishna, automatically everything will be under control. Then mind will not trouble us. Okay. Rudransh, can you read the translation?
Yes, Mataji.
Yes, fast, fast.
Is a mind friend or enemy?
No, you can't see the next slide.
No, Mataji.
No one is able to see.
No, ma'am, it's
No,
visible.
Mataji, your screen is visible.
It's visible, yeah.
Okay, it is for him who has conquered that screen is there. Okay, he's not able to see. Somebody else. Yes. Yes, Tanishka,
Yeah.
please read.
Ji Mataji. For him who has conquered the mind is the best of friends. But for one who has failed to do so, his very mind will be the greatest enemy.
Yeah. So for one who has conquered the mind is the best of friends, but one who has failed. So we'll understand this. So how to do this? How can we conquer the mind? Okay. One who has conquered the mind is the best of friends, but for who has failed, the mind is the greatest enemy. So how do we do that? So Krishna answers. So it is possible by detachment. Okay. So when we are attached to something, to any thing in the world, then the mind becomes uh, uh, very difficult to manage the mind, right? So it is only possible with the attachment. So in 2.14, Krishna says, we have matra sparshastu kaunteya, shitoshna sukha dukkada, agama payino nitya, samstitikshasva bharata. So O son of Kunti, the non-permanent appearance of happiness, distress, and disappearance in due course are like the appearance and disappearance of winter and summer season. They arise from sense perception, O scion of Bharata, and one must learn to tolerate them without being disturbed. So we should not, whatever problems we get in life, it will come, right? Here in this world, we will get the problems, but we have to face it. So we should not get disturbed with it. We have to work with detachment. That is what Krishna is telling. So next question Arjuna asked. So what is the destination of an unsuccessful yogi? So what is that unsuccessful yogi means? So he want to know, like, if somebody starts the Krishna consciousness and leave in between, right? They cannot do it. Like the other day we were saying, like, Krishna consciousness work is akarma. Whatever we do, that will also be carried to next life. So Krishna wants to know what will happen to that person if he does not continue his journey in spirituality. So what is Krishna saying? Yes, Lasya, can you read this? Prapya punya kritam lokan.
प्राप्य प्राप्य पुण्यकृतां लोकान् उषित्वा I cannot see it properly. One minute, ma'am.
Ushitva shashvati samaha suchinam srimatam gehe yoga brashto bijayate. Okay, I'll only read then. The unsuccessful yogi, after many years of enjoyment on the planet of pious living entity, is born into family of righteous people or into a family of rich aristocracy. So basically, when we do lot of pious deeds and all that, right? So people, no, the unsuccessful yogi, he can, so Krishna is telling, well, like one person has done like some 60-70%, okay, he did the devotional work and then he dies in this life. So what will happen after this life? He will be going to higher planets. So there he will enjoy all the pious, like he will enjoy for many years there in the higher planets, like heaven or in many other planets are there. So he will be there, he will enjoy everything. But then what will happen? He will again come to earth. But then he will be taking birth in a very rich family. Why rich family? Because when we are born in a rich family, at least our basic needs are taken care, right? But when we like somebody who is very poor, right? They don't have even money to. I mean, they have to earn their money for every. I mean, like for morning, afternoon, or like they don't have food food at all, like they have to earn, only then they can fill their belly. So in that case they won't be able to do spiritual life. But I mean, you are all fortunate, like at least you are able to come to this Bhagavad Gita class. That means like you have all basic necessities fulfilled, right? So that is what Krishna is telling. The person who has done, I mean, after his pious activity is completed, he will take birth in a family where it is, at least it is, the atmosphere is very good for practicing the spiritual life. So who is the topmost yogi? Yeah, Lasya.
Yes, Mataji. योगिनामपि सर्वेषां मद्गतेनान्तरात्मना श्रद्धावान् भजते यो मां सा मे युक्ततमो मतः.
Okay, so who is a right yogi? Not that anybody who does yoga is a yogi. Okay, so what is Krishna saying about a true yogi? So, and all the he who abides me in great faith, worshipping me in transcendental loving service, and is most intimately united with me in yoga, and is highest of all. So basically, yoga means it has to be, there should be a connection to the God. Otherwise, it's all like bits and pieces, right? Like if we go and learn, like some people will go and learn only the pranayam part, right? So then there is no whole purpose. What is the main purpose of doing yoga? It is to attain God. So if that is not there, then yoga is incomplete. Okay. So here what Krishna is saying, so the person who is worshipping Krishna in the transcendental loving service, he is considered to be the highest. So here you can see Prabhupada and the Gopa boys. So all 24 hours they used to think about Krishna. So this is called as yoga ladder. Basically, this is on the last Karma Yoga. So Karma Yoga, and then comes Jnana Yoga, then Ashtanga Yoga, then Bhakti Yoga. So in order to go to Bhakti Yoga, if we have to take by steps, it will take so much time. Like you have to go one by one. But if somebody who practices Bhakti Yoga, it is said to be attained all this automatically. They need not do separately these yogas, because that person has already done everything, considered to be as done, because Bhakti Yoga is superior. So everything is all yogas are progressing towards the destination of Bhakti Yoga. So you all know, like Satya Yoga, it is meditation. Treta Yuga, sacrifice. Dwapar Yuga, temple worship. And for Kali Yuga, chanting of the holy name. Okay. So which one do you prefer? Like, see, there are two ways to go reach God. So we can take this way, either stairs or by lift. So which one? Yes, Riddhi? Which one would you prefer?
Mataji staircase.
Huh? Staircase. Who is that? Rudransh. This will be 100 floors. 100 floors. You have to reach on 100 floor. Okay. We have just 100 years and we have to do all those yogas. Means I think this life is not enough for us, right? To do all those yogas and then reach God. Not possible. Yes. Yes, Tanishka.
Ji Mataji. Mataji, I will choose the staircase.
Yeah.
Because we have to do some hard work for reaching the God.
You have to, so you have to go through then all the Ashtanga yoga, all that. You want to do all that? But then Arjuna is not ready. You are ready. Great, huh? It is not possible. It is not possible. See, staircase is okay. It is like 100 floors. How will you reach? Right? So just think, our life is limited. Okay. Maximum how many years we may live? 80 years. Right? So in that 80 years, how is it possible? Like we can do all those yogas. First we will do the Karma Yoga, and then we have to do Jnana Yoga, right? Ashtanga Yoga, and then you will go to Bhakti Yoga. So this is not for this yuga. Okay. If we are smart, is there any smart people who want to take the stairs, or I mean, who want to take the lift, or everybody want to go in? Looks like in in my class now, everybody wants to take the stairs. Yes, Medhavi. What do you want to take?
Mataji, I would take the lift because it would help to reach faster.
Yeah. So basically, we have to reach the goal, right? So we have to reach on the top of this building. So why we have to take this when there is a option? If there is no option, okay, fine, right? So what is mantra? So Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, we say, right? So what is mantra? Man plus tra. So man means mind. Tra is to deliver. So one that's liberate the mind, deliver the mind is called as mantra. What is that mantra? We all can tell together now. Yes. What is the mantra? Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Krishna,
Krishna, Krishna, Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare.
Okay. So Sankirtan. Okay. This is Sankirtan. Sankirtan means with the devotees when we sing, or with somebody, like only one, you alone when you do it is called japa. When you do with others, it is Sankirtan, like the other person will repeat after you. And what are the scriptural references for chanting the holy name of the Lord? Narayani Sahita, what does it say about the Harinam Sankirtan? In the age of Kali, people should simply chant the holy name of Supreme Personality of Godhead. So who is the Supreme Personality of Godhead? Yeah. Who knows?
It's Krishna.
Yes, it's Krishna. Okay. Then Kali Santari Upanishad. What does it say? Is Dhyanita, can you read?
Yes, Mataji. After searching through all the Vedic literature, one cannot find a method of religion more sublime for this age than the chanting of Hare Krishna.
Yeah, so all the scriptures are stressing that in Kali Yuga, only Hare Krishna Maha Mantra has to be chanted. So these are all references taken from different scriptures. Okay. So this is Bruhad Narayani Purana. What does it say? Hare Nama, Hare Nama, Hare Nama Eva Kevalam. Kalau nasti eva nasti, eva nasti, eva gatir anyata. So in this age of quarrel and hypocrisy, the only means of deliverance is the chanting of holy names of the Lord. There is no other way, no other way, no other way. So three times it is told. So who is this here? Who will answer? Who has not answered today? Who knows the answer? Yes, Ankit, you know the answer. Who is this?
Ma'am, is it Prabhupada?
No, it's not Prabhupada. Yes, who else knows? Who has not answered today? Yes, Dev Shah. You know the answer?
Yes, ma'am.
Who is that?
Tyagaraja.
No. Who has given Hare Krishna Maha Mantra to Kali Yuga? Who was that? He is Krishna himself. Who is that? Yes, Daksh.
Ma'am, is it Sudama?
No. Oh my God.
I just guess it.
Yes, some.
Mataji, it's Chaitanya Mahaprabhu.
Yes, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. I told so many times. Oh my God. It is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Okay. see Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came in Kali Yuga 500 years back. Okay. And then he started the Sankirtan movement. So he has only given this Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. He started the Sankirtan movement. Actually, Hare Krishna Maha Mantra is there in scriptures. Yes. Samyukta, can you read?
Yes, Mataji. My dear king, although Kali Yuga is full of faults, there is still one good quality about this age. It is that simply by chanting the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, one can become free from material bondage and can be promoted to the transcendental kingdom.
Yeah, this is basically Shukadev Goswami tells to Parikshit Maharaj. When Parikshit Maharaj knows that he will be living only for 1 week time. He has just 7 days, okay? Then he'll be dying. So that time he comes to him and asks, so what is that a dying person? One person is dying, what should he do? Then he has to think about God. So then he says about the Kali Yuga. So because that was end of Dwapara Yuga when he goes to him, right? So he says that in Kali Yuga, it is full of faults. So much of, like we know, like how much suffering is there, right? So many miseries, so much of my miseries, suffering is there in this world. But then there is one good quality because it is very easy. See, in earlier age, if for attaining God, it was so difficult. People had to meditate for so many years. Even for getting Krishna, their parents had meditated like so many years in the previous lives. Okay. So after that, they got. So it is not so easy to get Krishna, but Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is so merciful actually. So he has given the secret mantra. So if somebody chant, because this mantra is not an ordinary one, so it connects us directly. This is not belong. This does not belong to this world. It's a transcendental mantra. It belongs to Goloka. So he has mercifully given us easy way of attaining Krishna. Okay. So this is from Srimad Bhagavatam. Yagnanam japa yagnosmi. So this is Krishna says in chapter 10. So of sacrifices, I am the chanting of holy name. So this is from Shikshastakam. Nam namakari bahuda nija sarva shaktis tatrarpita niyamita smaranena kalaha etadrushi tava kripa bhagavan mamapi durdaivamidrusham iha janina nuragaha. Actually, Krishna's name and Krishna himself, there is no difference. Okay, what does it mean? Like when we are taking Krishna name, it is like we are directly associating with Krishna. There is no difference between Krishna name and Krishna himself. Okay, so he is telling here that you have invested all your potencies in the name. When somebody calls Krishna itself, so much of sin is already all the sins are gone. So when Krishna, so much of potency is there in the Lord's name. Okay, and there is no hard and fast rules for remembering them. So anytime, so we will see when all we can chant the names. Okay. So there is no rules. Like usually it will be like only when you take bath, you have to do the chanting and all that, right? But for Hare Krishna mantra, there is no such things. Like any time in a day you can do, maybe even before bathing also, after bathing also. But it is good if you do in early morning. So we will see that. Chant the Panchatattva mantra before starting. So you all know this Panchatattva mantra. Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Okay. So Panchatattva mantra we say first and then loudly. So how do you, okay, I'll show with my beads. So this is the beads, right? So this is called Krishna bead or the Sakshi. So it is the Sakshi that you are chanting properly, attentively or not, right? So chant loudly. How do you chant? Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama. Sorry, this is Panchatattva mantra. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. And then you come to the first beat. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Ram Rama, Hare Hare. So you will start from here and you will end here, right? So what you will do, you will not cross over it for again. So you have to just turn around and from the last beat we will start. Okay, then again you tell Panchatattva and then start from the last beat. Pronounce each name distinctly. Because when you do fast chanting, right, sometimes one will get missed also. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, somebody will tell Krishna Krishna, or because it has to be correctly pronounced. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Chant with respect, devotion and concentration. So we should not do any other work like checking the mobile or WhatsApp and reading books, and together we cannot do. Okay, while chanting we have to only chant. So you can chant in any place, sitting or walking, facing any direction. Okay, there is no rules as such. You can chant at any time. However, it is recommended to chant during Brahma Muhurta. What is Brahma Muhurta? 2 hours before the sunrise. Okay. You can chant either before or taking bath. So there is no rules as such for chanting. So it is recommended to chant by keeping count. So preferably on a mala having 108. So the Tulsi mala, it already comes with the 108 beads. So nobody, if anybody does not have, please take order one. Don'ts of chanting. One should not chant only a portion of mantra. So it is only Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Then again, you cannot do like you go to next beat for Hare Rama. No, that you should not do. Also, when you chant, it has to be together. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. One should not chant on the Krishna beat, as you know. Okay, we should not read while reading book or while watching. Like you cannot sit somebody is watching TV in home, or you also sit there, watch, and then you do chanting. No, it is not allowed. So what are the benefits of chanting? Freedom from anxiety and stress, peace of mind. Okay, so there is no stress. You can see the happiness in devotees' faces. So there is no stress because they completely, when what will happen when we chant, right, more and more our consciousness will become pure. So when it becomes pure, there is no anxiety, right? Now we are thinking like I am the controller of everything, I am everything. So much of ego is there. So that false ego will reduce when we do more and more chanting. Then we connect with the Lord, right? So when we connect with the Lord, that ego, false ego will reduce, and then we will not have any anxiety and stress. So we'll have the peace of mind. So real happiness. So currently we are finding happiness in different things, but we don't know that we are trying. Maybe I will be happy if I do that. Maybe I'll be happy. So all our life we will be trying, doing trial and error method, that maybe I will get happiness if I do this. But then Krishna says that bahunam janma namante gnanavan mam prapadyante vasudeva sarvamiti sa mahatma durlabha, means after many births, one understands that Krishna is the supreme Lord, right? Then there is a real happiness. So we know only when we connect to God, then only we get that real happiness, and not like any other devatas. It is to be supreme Lord. Okay, and the enlightenment. So Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So we all can chant together now. Where is this? Okay. Chant together. Hare Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Hare Rama,
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
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 Krishna,
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Rama
Hare,
Rama, Hare Rama.
Hare
Rama,
Rama,
I have
Hare
a question.
Rama, Rama Rama,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare,
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare,
Hare Rama, Hare
Hare
Rama,
Rama, Rama Rama,
Hare
Hare
Hare.
Hare.
Okay, I have a question. How many of you are started like at least one round every day? You can put in chat also. How many are doing every day one round? I mean, one round you are started now with me. Apart from that, are you doing at home? Okay. Adriti is doing, Reshma is doing. Oh, Medhavi is doing 2 rounds. Very good. Rudransh is doing yes, 1 round means 108 times. Yeah, Sai Samyukta is doing, Rishesh is doing. Yes, who else? 5 rounds. 5 rounds. What do you mean by, where is he? I want to ask him. Rudransh, Hare Krishna.
Ji Mataji, Hare Krishna Mataji.
Can you explain what do you mean by 5 rounds?
Mataji, I do Hare Krishna Mahamantra 5 rounds on the mala.
You mean to say 108 times into 5?
Yes, Mataji.
Really? Very good.
Yes, Mataji. Mataji, you can ask to my parents also.
Oh, very good. Superb. Oh, very good. Who is this? Rishi is also does 8 rounds. Okay, 18 rounds.
Mataji.
Who is this? Rishi?
Mataji, attend. What is the first day attendance key?
First days will not work now. It is only valid till midnight. There is no point in taking attendance key of first day.
Okay, Mataji.
Yeah. Okay, last year 1 round. Okay, good. So please start at least 1 round you have to, and all your life you have to. Okay, just don't leave it after this 18 days. Please continue, increase. Okay, it does not take, at least keep some 1 hour. Okay, it is good for you. At least you can do a minimum. It takes 10 minutes, just 10 minutes for 1 round, right? We are doing every day now together.
Yes, Mataji.
Yeah. And Dhyanita, how many rounds you do? I think she is doing more rounds. Yes, Dhyanita.
I'm doing 16, Mataji.
Wow.
Six-
Yeah.
16.
From how long you're doing 16 rounds? How many months?
4:30 when it's Aarti time, I'll do 6 to 8 rounds. Then middle, if I have some time, I'll do middle in the class, 1 to 2 rounds like that. I'll finish.
No, since how many months you are doing, I'm asking.
1 year.
1 year? Oh, wow. Great. Very nice. Okay, very good. So every one of you are doing. So Sarveshwar, rare, but rare. No, not rare. Every day you have to. Okay. Every day, at least 1 round. Whoever have not started, please do. And tomorrow, every one of you have to say that you have done at least 1 round. Okay, every day you have to do. We both will do 1 round. Okay, very good. Avni and who else is that? Adhar. Lava is doing 3 rounds. Okay. I hope everyone, you mean to say that 1 round means 108 times, right? Not just Hare Krishna telling Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, that 3 times, right? That is not the thing. Okay, we finished. So you all want to watch any video today? You want to watch video? How many of you want to watch video? No, Harsh don't want. Who else? No, all are tired. We'll watch tomorrow.
Mataji,
Yeah.
Mataji, I'm having a heavy stomach pain, Mataji. Can I leave?
Okay. Yeah, okay,
Yes.
okay. What
Sorry,
I'll post in the
Mataji.
group. I'll post in the group, okay? No problem.
Okay, Mataji. Till now, I have posted the attendance key, Mataji.
Okay, fine.
Okay,
Okay,
Mataji.
we'll
Thank
take
you.
any questions, if any. Okay, fine.